versus TSM on Cache, if you are from Oceania. Cache is the order of business, and it probably will be a pretty close match. TSM have been kind of not doing so well on their online matches recently.
And the same goes with NiP online. So TSM actually losing to Flipside on Overpass, I think.
Yeah.
Earlier today. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do here versus NiP on Cache. And Fnatic, oh sorry, not Fnatic. NiP lost to Fnatic on Cache earlier today with 16-7, I think, and they won both pistols. So they just got completely demolished by Fnatic. Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen with this one. I don't really have a strong prediction. Usually you would expect that Cache is like one of the better NiP maps these days, but there's been a bit of inconsistencies here and there. And regarding TSM, well, I mean they're pretty decent pretty much everywhere. I mean there's no real glaring weakness for them. What would you expect score wise? We had like a pretty strong prediction from the community there that it's gonna be a victory for TSM, like 70-80%. So
I could see this being a close game though, maybe 16-10, 16-12 around there. But I have a hard time seeing NiP winning, considering the way they played versus Fnatic. Even though Fnatic is on fire at the moment, I mean they just keep doing this funky, just going for picks, kind of play as T on Cache, never going for the real execute. They did that a few rounds versus Fnatic, but it wasn't enough. So if NiP will do their executes, if they will play it smart, I can see them actually taking a lot of rounds on the T side. But if they just try to do the picking style, they're gonna just lose this game right away.
Yeah, it's hard to see what will actually happen because it depends on how TSM want to play their CT sides as well. Because they can either significantly abuse what NiP are trying to do, or they can kind of play into it, and then you have like a close situation. And the thing is that TSM are very, very good at just playing like low eco, kind of like we will force you to execute into us kinds of setups. So yeah, it really depends on what they're feeling like doing today. And I don't know how to really predict it otherwise, to be honest. It completely depends on that. They're a very, very versatile team. They can be quite aggressive if they want to be. On the CT side, we could see a lot of door pushes and A main pushes, as well as B storage attempts for control as well, and counter boosts. How are they going to play mid? TSM can mix it up in many, many ways, and they have multiple players that can op. So
yeah, karrigan is awesome at playing when they're doing the 2-1-2. Sometimes we actually see karrigan do the opping in mid.
Yeah.
And he's very good at doing that. And a lot of oppers, when they get smoked off in connector, they decide to fall back towards the car. But he actually goes towards.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, he just pushes out through the smoke and just try to challenge the guys running up the boost from the sand.
Yeah.
Sandboxes?
What? Sandbags?
Sandbags. Why did I say sandbox?
Because it's
that could be any box.
Counter-Strike, and there's lots of boxes.
And there's lots of sand.
Okay, so the other thing as well about karrigan is that like the point you're making there, he's one of the guys that would like to actually go down into the kind of deep peak with the AWP into the mids, the T main area of mids or whatever, like the opening there of mid. Like you can kind of see towards the B storage door. Do you know what I mean? Like below the boost. Yeah, if you're below the boost, you can see getting like a really deep angle with the AWP. It's like obviously very risky, but some AWPers tend to do that. I've seen karrigan do that a few times, and it's kind of scary that an AWPer can just do that. Yeah, it's really risky.
Yeah, because they can punish him from the boost itself.
It's super risky. You need some support from like the guy from Vents or something to allow you to make that safe. But we'll see what they end up doing. We talked a lot about TSM there and some of the expectations we have on their CT side. As far as their T side goes, again, it seems like we will see that immediately. So, well, okay, sorry, it's the knife round. So let's see who wins the knife round first of all. TSM's T side. Do you have any expectations there?
Well, probably going to see a lot of default opening to a lot of executes. We know TSM have a really strong A execute where they do not telegraph it. They just walk into A main, throw the smokes from A main, so they save about 5 seconds instead of throwing the smokes over the roof, which is the more common way of doing the A execute.
Yeah, I mean, Envious are very, very good at that. It actually surprises me that more teams don't actually adopt the Envious way because they've basically shown everyone, okay, if you want to do like a really fast, untelegraphed execute and punish CTs for smoking off A main, then just do it this way, guys. And they don't even, like, it's very simple. There's like 3 guys that throw grenades. Like, one of them throws a pop flash for quad. So the guys on Squeaky just wrap out a quad and then boom, instantly kill him. So, and there's a lot of teams that smoke off quad instead as a solution. And that makes it awkward on the take of the site. Anyway, we're into the pistol, and in the mess right now is a lot of B takes from the T sides. What will NiP go? They got 2 players actually towards A. It looks like they might try to be faking into A here.
Yeah, they're gonna throw 2 smokes towards A. But dupreeh getting all the information, getting the bomb.
And that is a huge issue for NiP. They need a really good mid-round call right now from Xizt to basically tell them how to handle this situation, because their initial play has been found out. It needs to be cancelled, and they are actually just going to go to it. They've got a man by quad boxes already, so they're just going to go for this one straight up and simple. And the device is going to spot a second player running across now, so they are able to know exactly where everybody is, I think. They've pretty much seen everyone, so they're going to keep tabs on that. And we'll have TSM moving in together with the retake now. 5 versus 4. Xizt will make that a little bit more favorable here for his team as he picks off karrigan. And Xizt here by the forklift, able to take down, actually, only one. So TSM going to go in now, and they are losing all their players. dupreeh with a quick headshot there, but he's really against the time right now. We do have dupreeh trying to fake out the defuse here, trying to pull allu from his position. He does move, but he will get the kill as well. So NiP with a nice save there.
Yeah, very nice save after dupreeh getting that entry kill. And I like the mid-round call there from Xizt. Just, okay, we did throw 2 smokes on A. We have some protection there. We can just plant A and just try to win the after plant.
Yeah.
So a good mid-round call there from Xizt, just keeping it simple.
Indeed. Well, it's going to be interesting to see whether or not TSM are going to force buy or not. They used to be a team that were actually the best at not force buying and going for P250 ecos. They were actually the best at that. But these days, things have changed a little bit here and there. I mean, what do you think they're actually going to do here? Do you think they will force it up? I mean, of course, we're both fans of the non-force.
And they're not going to force. This is awesome from TSM. Just buying P250s, a deagle, and 2 flashes. Just going to try to inflict some economic damage and go from there, so they will have more nades on the first weapon round.
More nades is always good on those weapon rounds for the CTs. There's first. Oh my god, that Molotov RIP. CTs by forklift. Very nicely done here by NiP, using the grenades to their own advantage at the moment. And we'll have allu with a multitude of kills. So NiP with a nice cleanup, and we shall see a very good round from them. And that's exactly how it should go.
Yeah, this round made me very happy. First we saw the no force buy from the CTs, and then we saw the Molotov from the Ts. Just all you need to do, open the door, clear out close to the left from A main, Molotov forklift, then the guys in A main, Molotov site, and there's just nowhere the CTs can stand. There cannot be an A stack because you cannot be on the A side. It's impossible. If
you imagine the TSM would have forced there, they would have got wrecked. And they're actually going to stack here into the A-bomb site. A pop flash there as they move in, and allu's going to get loads of money. And I think allu got like 2 or 3 kills in the last round with the Mac 10 as well. So allu's probably sitting on ridiculous cash at the moment. Let's have a look and see. Yep, 10k. Orb comes in straight away, and we are going to see the Open karrigan as well.
Yeah, so a lot of money here from TSM since they didn't full buy. They actually bought 3 helmets though, and karrigan actually opting to go for a smoke and HE over the Kevlar. So glass cannon up here from karrigan.
I can respect the lack of the choice of helmets just because maybe there are still SMGs, and that's always in question here. How greedy is the team going to be? Well, TSM will actually get the first kill in the forest, so NiP are looking not too shabby. So we have karrigan now looking for a peek open A main. This is something to notice, is that this is no smoke down just yet. The smoke would be really nice now at this point, but they don't have one. They've only got one actually, and dupreeh is using it elsewhere. As it will be Xizt who's actually going to toss in a smoke towards the forklift area. So interesting use of the smoke there. Nice reaction there. Takes down Xipnix above the forklift area. And it's a 4-on-3 now in favor of the CTs. Get Right's going to move into mid and set up Hopefully a play into A from short for his team. But it's Device that will take down Xizt. Oh, and now cajunb gets the one-on-one against Get Right, and that leaves no options here really for Friberg that look good.
And once again, we see the default picking play from NiP. Not working out. Forced opening the door, trying to challenge short, goes down. And the same with the guy challenging karrigan there from A main.
Yeah, so NiP going to lose out here. And if this is clean, okay, there you go. Friberg makes an extra kill, which does help a lot. But 3 players is still pretty okay for TSM.
But that kill makes a big difference, though. It's actually the difference between TSM ecoing or not if they lose this round. So that single frag could mean 1 extra round for NiP if they win this round.
Big if right now as we have a full buy from TSM. And the picking play in the previous round did not work here for NiP. Now they're going for it again. We saw Virtus.pro punishing this like crazy against Titan, whereby they, like for example, the B storage player, like Get Right, he would get attacked by 2 or 3 players with a pop flash, and they would always just kill him. And that was a really awesome thing to see from Virtus.pro. Very smart. TSM playing it slow though. Device does get a defensive kill against Forest on the squeaky area, as NiP are looking again for picks. Allu is the next man in line to get those picks, and they've got Get Right still in B storage, so they're very spread out right now.
Yeah, losing that first kill. Once again, looks like they're just gonna fall back to a B push here, leaving 1 lurker in mid, I think. But with 2 people on B here for TSM, this should be an easy round for them.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, if NiP can get themselves into checkers and kind of throw all the nades onto the bomb site, they got 2 Molotovs, then it could actually work out for them. Maybe. It will be pretty tough though. Device will take down allu towards A main. So orb down there, and this is a very important round for NiP to at least do a lot of damage in. Now we've got cajunb by the headshot area, and we don't have NiP in checkers. They're just going to go straight in from the opening there, and it's going to be dupreeh who can play with cajunb from the site, and they'll lock it down completely. Loads of time to rotate there as well, and TSM will win that one. I can't help but feel like they should have wanted to get into checkers first and try to get some of the attacks going from checkers, throwing the Molotov. That gives you then the chance to use the Molotovs.
Yeah, exactly. This is a very good way of approaching the B site. It's a bit slower, but if you can just flush out the guys on the B side, kill them before you push, it's so much easier, because then you can just focus on the guys, just try to run through the smokes from high and low ramp.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 3-2 scoreline. TSM back in this one, forcing the eco out of NiP, and they're going to go for that B play. Got multiple players here for on the site here. We've got cajunb, got dupreeh. They are looking pretty sexy at the moment. karrigan coming in from the top as well. Going to steal away some of the frags as we do get the 3-3 scoreline. And NiP now, this is where we get to see, you know, how much are NiP growing, because we've seen a lot of their cash recently, and we've seen so we're very aware of some of the ways they've been getting around, some of the ways that they have been a bit more flawed, and the picking game has been punished heavily by many teams recently. Especially the top ones like TSM.
That's true, and 1-3-1 setup here for TSM. Looks like NiP's actually have the bomb towards B, so it's gonna be a B split.
Ooh, Device, very well done there, takes down Friberg. I love how he moved past the Molotov into the mid area. That's the entire point of the Molotov, is to not have somebody on that angle, and he managed to circumvent it. And Allu's actually going to boost a teammate up into the vent though, so we'll have to see what actually what this amounts to. But TSM really locking it down at the moment, getting picks all over the place. They haven't lost a single man. It's just Allu who's left over, and I think they may know exactly where he is. It's the duel, and Sickness will win it, and it's a flawless round there for TSM.
And even though NiP lost that round flawlessly, it was a better try than going for the picking game. It was just a bit unlucky that that was the first round TSM went for the 1-3-1, and if you go for the B split and your opponent is doing the 1-3-1, you're basically running into a stack, because there are 3 people in mid that will probably just demolish you when you try to get to the vents.
Absolutely, it's rough to deal with. Got the eco coming in from NiP again. dupreeh with a quick kill onto Friberg, and more frags could yet be found here by TSM as the push comes into the middle. karrigan there with the snap in middle, but he will find a quick kill. He's getting so much info right now for his team, though. They're all setting up around this push. They know what's going on. Vent is potentially compromised, but there is the Molotov that will slow them down. In comes Device, close range by White Box as well. Goes for long range spray down, gets it. Trade comes in. Oh, nicely done by GetRight. Pulls out a second kill, but with the last round being flawless, TSM are really not worried at all. So much. Look at the money. That's crazy.
Yeah, they just look super solid at the moment. Will they go for the 2-on-2 or will they go for the 1-3-1? But maybe more interesting, will NiP do their picking style once again, or will they actually try to go for an execute here? Leaving the bomb in mid, it looks like they're just going to try to go for the picks. And will the Forest go down once again to Device in the door? Because I think Forest is just gonna... It's playing a bit more passive though.
Yeah, he's going to toss in the Molotov again. This is always really nice to do because if there is a player there, it allows you to, of course, flush him out and have one less place to look potentially as you try to take mid. And it also telegraphs. It looks like a mid take if you're doing that as well some of the time. But we don't have much to do with mid for NiP. They're all coming for A main and Squeaky. Device in through forklift, and there it is, takes down Forest again, just like you're talking about. Device takes on a second player, but Friberg going huge on the entries. And we have seen him save his team so many times recently with play just like this. And it's happening once again. But in comes dupreeh from A main. The call will go out to the team now. And it's a 2-on-2. Xizt and Friberg quite low. And Xyp9x takes down Xizt. So now things get very awkward for Friberg. He's going to have to do so much. He's already got 3 kills because 4 HP. He's getting flashed to infinity as Xyp9x goes in from the above. And it's going to be the round for TSM. Friberg got 3 kills there. And they still were not able to make it happen.
That was a nice try from NiP going for the execute. Of course, trying to fake that we're actually going to push towards mid with that Molotovs in the vent. And it's actually a very good Molotov to throw when you go for the execute, because if there's a CT in vent, he might actually fall back to B, which means his rotation time will increase by
massively.
Yeah, massively when he's going to the A site. So it's actually a good thing to do. However, it might actually be stronger to just save it for the A site. I mean, it depends.
Yeah, I think it's quite marginal. It's very marginal. So now we're going to see NiP going back to their picking play again. They're very spread out once more. We've got the double op set up here from TSM. And they're doing a 1-2-2 actually, which is not so common.
Yeah, usually you see, if you start with the 1-2-2, you usually see the 2 guys on B boost up the vent, so it becomes a 1-3-1. But they actually opt... It looks like they're opting to go 2 people on B.
Interesting, and it might just be because of GetRight and get the risk that GetRight can pose. And we'll see GetRight's patience play off as he gets a slight advantage into that 1-on-1, and he does win it, although he goes down to 2 HP. Now, it is still a 4-on-4 though, as NiP have to make a move onto a bomb site, and they've chosen A. They've left GetRight with that 2 HP in the B storage area. And he's so far away from his teammates right now. It is insane. Couldn't be further away from his teammates than he is right now. And yeah, he's still delaying a bit of rotation here, but we'll see how long that actually lasts for, because we have the push coming into A. Device is in a good forward position by the toxic barrels. Moves onto the site to help his teammates out, because we have pretty much everyone there for TSM now. dupreeh is a little bit worried about GetRight still, but has to really forget about that right now, because NiP are moving into this A bomb site. GetRight starting to move in, and a great shot there from karrigan. 2 ops versus 2 AKs. Oh, and the time runs out for NiP. I thought they were going to get the bomb down in time there, but they spent too much time messing around on the site trying to clear all the angles, and just slightly too late. 7-3 now for TSM. Oh my god, that is horrendous.
And NiP will actually decide to buy here, even though you can see Xizt only being able to buy Galil. We have almost no nades at all.
Forest on the AWP.
And yeah, Forest with the AWP here. I wonder if he will just try to go for the peek here from the door, because at this point he might know how Device likes to peek towards the door, and he thinks, okay, I can just punish this with an AWP.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that can actually happen, because I think Device has killed him almost 100% of the time in that challenge, so that's been really strong for Device. He has been the counter to Forest, but oh, allu goes in. Oh, how does it happen? Xyp9x picks up the instant trade, or the instant kill, sorry, instant headshot as TSM go in, and Device long range here. Good damage done from the from the car position as TSM now roll in for this retake. Device picks up the kill on Forest again. He seems to be dominating Forest at the moment as the nades go in, and it's just Xizt who's left alive by the quad area, and it's going to be the frag by dupreeh. 3 people left alive, and at least the bomb went down for NiP, but TSM look very dominant right now. NiP seems to be struggling on their T side so much lately. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, that looked like a very desperate round for NiP. They just keep walking out A main. I mean, we saw a few executes where they threw the smokes, and those rounds were actually pretty close. But now they just keep doing the thing where they just walk out A main. I don't know why they keep doing this.
I don't know why. Okay, we got the karrigan's gonna flash himself in here, go for the pick. Nobody there though, but they're gonna see the nades go over the top. And what are they going to do here? Because NiP are gonna go for that mid boost. Oh, Xizt gets the frag there, and karrigan picks up one as well, so they completely shut it down. What a great read there coming in from karrigan. It's now allu tries to get something happening here, but it's a 4-on-2. NiP struggling, get right up shorts. He came out huge affinity for his team, and he's going to pick up the kill here on the flank of karrigan. Door gets tapped in the back there, does turn around, deals with Device, in for the 1-on-1 against cajunb. He will not survive. 2-on-1 allu, it's all on you, but there's lots of nades here. Loads of nades on cajunb, and he's going to instantly win the challenge. He doesn't even throw a single nade this round. And the round will go to TSM again.
Yeah, that was a nice try from NiP, going for the telegraphed A execute, boosting up. I think they boosted up get right in mid, so he could go for the flanks through short. However, just amazing play there from karrigan. Great read and just pushing into A main. And if you push into A main and the T's have no one there when they're going for that A push, it just takes so much time to deal with the op in A main. So the smokes have basically faded when they come out.
Yeah, and we have this double AWP setup has been working pretty well for TSM, and they don't necessarily play it typically, as you were mentioning on the pre-game. So we'll have to see whether or not we can make it, if we can see NiP make it to 6 rounds here. If they can find a way to punish this, but they're going to go in for the quick B, checkers control, and they will actually get it. dupreeh is going to have to toss in an incendiary just to keep himself a little bit safe here. Wow, he spots the pixel behind the smoke and gets the frag there. Xizt now over the top in mid. I don't know if I think Device spotted him, but he did not spot Device, I do believe. So Device will actually fall back into a safe position, which is very smart here. 4 versus 3, they're not going to give up any easy jewels. Wow, that was really hot stuff there from Xizt. karrigan is a distant memory now, as Xizt goes in for another one towards short. Wow, Xizt again! Great kills onto Xipnix, and dupreeh is going to find the bomb. Can he get both kills? If he can get both of the kills, this will be very winnable right now for TSM. Or if he just delays. Oh, it's so awkward right now. dupreeh on 2 HP goes for the re-peek, but the smoke is down. This is becoming incredibly difficult, and Forest will pick up the kill through the smoke. But there was some good delay, and Forest is under quite some pressure. There is a Molotov here, and it could wreck both of these T players. They're both incredibly low. In goes the molly, and they're both going to have to shuffle towards the left of the site here, behind the left box. And I think Device surely should know this. But now the Molotov goes away. He's going to go in for the frag. First player found. Can he get the second one? Takes it patiently, and he knows. He knows, and Device picks it up. Good clutch from him, and another round for TSM.
Yeah, great clutch there from Device. Just knowing that both players were low, knowing that they're stuck on the site, just played it perfectly. And I mean, even though the score is 10-3, NiP has been very close a lot of this round. So if you compare this to the Fnatic game, the Fnatic game was actually way more one-sided.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're watching what looks like actual Counter-Strike here, whereas the Fnatic were just kind of on another level entirely. Well, we have to see whether or not TSM can keep the dominance rolling. Well, we have a 2-1-2 setup here for TSM at the start of the round, but they are pretty close together. Not playing anyone really committed into A. No one's on Forklift. No one's actually at the quad boxes or anything. So they have pretty fast rotations to help each other at the moment. NiP playing a passive game to begin with, but TSM, I think, they've smartly read, we've been doing very well just being reactive here, letting NiP do whatever they want, and just playing against that instead of trying to go aggressive. We've seen very few aggressive rounds from them, from TSM, sorry.
doing the wall of smokes now. It just looks like it's going to be a fake. The bomb is actually moving towards A here, so going to force a rotation from TSM towards mid here. So only 2 guys on the A side now. So they actually have an opening if they push in the next 10 or 15 seconds.
Yeah, Forrest through the door right now. He's going to be allu that feels the wrath of karrigan as trades come in for both teams here. Device with another double kill. It is Forrest and Xizt who are left for NiP. They're at a man deficit, but Xizt will fix that one right up here. Down to 3 HP though, as we get the switch up from the AWP onto the rifle for dupreeh as he moves in, and he's trying to find this one, but the flash is perfect. Oh, Xizt, what a perfect flash for your teammate there. Beautifully done. And now we have Forrest full HP against Device, and he will get the spray down. So 4 rounds here for NiP found, but 10-5 best case is very rough.
Yeah, and finally NiP wins a clutch round thanks to the great flash there from Xizt, saving his teammate. And it's even though it's the last round, so their economy really doesn't matter. It's kind of interesting to see that TSM. Every player on TSM is broke.
Yeah.
And they have won, I think, I put it up. Yeah, look how many rounds they won in a row, and they're still broke. Just tells you the story how close the rounds have been.
Do we have some pushing in through mid here? It's actually dupreeh is going to get the frags here towards B storage, and it pulls out the decal. Oh my god, that is ridiculous. And the counter boost over the top at the same time. karrigan is going to wreck allu with the AWP, and Xizt now has to basically just ace straight up to win this round. Device is going to catch him. 11-4. TSM with a very dominant showing. Very, very, very dominant. What do you think the main reason is behind this? As you said, a lot of the rounds were very close, so NiP were doing a lot right, but where did it come down to, do you think?
I think it's just a communication in the clutches, because TSM just looked way more solid in the 2v2s and 3v3 situations in the afterplants, where NiP relied more on just going for the picks and trying to out-aim them in those situations.
Alright, well, we see a kit on Friberg and a smoke. Oh yes. And we'll have TSM going for the A play. Now, I think, a counter boost being set up here. Very, very lovely stuff. This should actually allow, in all of its magnificence, NiP to bring this round to a close, as they have everybody positioned well. They've got the better positioning than the teams, but it's all going to come down to the headshots at the end of the day. And then comes Xipnix. He gets his first one towards quad. Looks for the second one. Gets, oh, there it is. Oh my goodness gracious me, that was fantastic. A triple there from Xipnix. 4 versus 2 now from NiP. So that positioning indeed didn't count for much when Xipnix is going to go huge as he did there. Friberg ready to go in to try to save this again. He's got Forrest to support as he moves in against dupreeh. dupreeh is closer, gets the quick headshot, and that's going to be the round there for TSM. And should see this going up to another couple here for TSM. Are NiP going to force it up? I guess they kind of should. Yeah,
in this position they should when they're down 4-12. But they are not.
Or are they?
Oh.
Yes, they are. What a tease.
Actually going for the Nova.
And some of them are not fully forced here. We've got a couple players didn't invest fully. It's kind of a little bit all over the place, isn't it?
And the only one who actually bought a Kevlar was allu. The guy.
You want on an AWP.
Yeah, exactly.
He should be. Yeah.
So it's like a reversed force eco. The AWPer can buy fully. The rest of you can full eco. So maybe they're doing 4 AWPs and and he will go for the rifle. I don't know.
Interesting. But they stack towards A, and TSM are slowly creeping in now towards A main. So perhaps this force up can actually work out for NiP. Now TSM, they don't have much in the way of grenades, so it could very well be the case that it could work nicely for them. Allu is already at the top of the ladder. Oh, he instantly goes down. That's so unfortunate for allu. But he can make the call to his teammates as they wrap around onto this A split and Xizt, and Friberg pick up a killer piece. This is not looking too bad now for NiP, as the pistols are doing the job. And we get Device with a frag back onto Xizt. dupreeh's just trying to work out what the hell are the CTs at the moment. They're all over this bomb site at the moment, and dupreeh gets another one, but there could be a player close, and there is indeed. Where's the trade? Where's the trade? There it is. Device picks it up, goes down very low, but cajunb will get the kill onto Forrest to finish off the round. 13-4 now, as I mean, force.
And that must be so annoying for Get Right. Getting the first kill, then goes forth and gets you will do 92 damage.
Yeah.
With the shotgun. That's a Nova for you.
Yep. Interesting situation then for NiP. They're really against the ropes at the moment. They're going to go for the eco. And they are stacking towards B this time. And once again, TSM are moving into the stack. And TSM don't have a huge amount of grenades. Device doesn't have any nades. They had the Molotovs. Nice pop flash in there. That was perfectly timed. And you can see it will find a frag, but it wasn't quite good enough. We get the Molotov into the envy box. Uh-oh, Get Right behind them. Get Right behind them. Gets the quick kill. That's all that's going to happen. It will all be calming down now as 14-4 is realized. And TSM are looking good. The closest one out is looking very dominant. Like you say though, it's much closer than the games versus Fnatic.
Yeah, it is. Even though it's 40-4.
Yeah.
So a lot of nades here on TSM. Looks like they're gonna go for a fast boost.
I guess more competitive is the word, I suppose, the way to put it. But yeah, we got the boost indeed. dupreeh gets the entry there onto Get Right. So the bomb is moving its way all the way up to white box here, and look at these trays coming in. Where karrigan's a little bit too far behind here. He does spray down Xizt in the end, and they will get control of the bomb, but it's a 4-on-2 situation. This is absolute madness. Forrest gets all the time in the world to get the second shot, but he won't get the kill. He goes down to a measly 10 HP as we go into a 3-on-2 here. This is everything is possible right now for the TSM side, but Friberg is going to make things a little bit more difficult, but they do. Ximnix does get the frag onto Forrest over at A, so now Friberg has to retake A against 2 players.
Yeah, and he has to save his gun, and this is not looking good for NiP. It's going to have to win 11 rounds in a row just to make it 15-15.
Yeah, it's going to be a long road. A long road to success.
There's no kit here, so this should be impossible for Friberg.
And they're playing it perfectly here. If one of them was to go down, the trade should always be possible. So 15-4. It's very close now for TSM, and there's no money on NiP. We see a mag, an instant mag, double scout for Mars and P90.
And I wonder if that was a play to punish the force-bound second round from TSM, because if you just rush up the boost on the 4th round, you know that they can't afford any Molotovs, so you can just go for that play right away.
Yeah, pretty smart indeed. I think they read the map pretty well, to be honest, when it comes to that kind of stuff. Do TSM. karrigan's a pretty damn smart in-game leader, to be honest. And anyway, we are going to have TSM setting up for the A play. They want to finish this here and now. We get the good use of grenades here. Lots of Molotovs being chucked into the bomb site. There's nowhere to stand here for these players. And we are going to get a very nice entry here for TSM. But in comes everyone from NiP. Forrest is close. The flash goes in. Can he get a result? He will. karrigan goes down. And hang on a moment. TSM aren't looking too good here. They're actually just waiting in A main at the moment. The flashes, the counter grenades from NiP have been absolutely stellar. But in comes Forrest now, dropping down on Forklift, picks up the kill onto dupreeh. cajunb now is looking to help his teammates, but they don't have to commit here, and indeed they are going to fall back. Very interesting stuff here, and oh no, Get Right's in a great position. He should be able to shut this down with this Mag 7. Are they going to look here? This is so unlikely they're going to think to check here straight away. And cajunb drops down. Get Right's going to hit. This should be the end of cajunb as we know him. He is not going to be recognizable after that buckshot to the face, and it's going to be now Ximnix and Device against 4 players who have a lot to work with. Ximnix though finds the frag there. Oh my goodness. Ximnix with a double, and we got the double scout, speaking of double, left over for NiP. Now, there is very little time left to get the bomb down. This is really ridiculous right now. Ximnix gets an extra frag there, but it's impossible for him to win the round. So that sucks actually for NiP that they tried to go for those frags, because now they lost all their weapons.
Yeah, only a scout on Xizt. Will, however, be able to buy, you can see a P90, probably a FAMAS, a mag. So pretty bad buy here from NiP. And I wouldn't be surprised if TSM just try to do the same thing there towards A.
Yeah, it's definitely looking pretty grim for the Swedes, as the Danes look to be supreme today. And it's going to be a quick trade in middle there for TSM. Xyp9x's going to get the better of Get Right after he picked up the kill, and TSM looking to set up for a bit of a B-split. And we have the push from Squeaky coming in from NiP as well, so B-split is a nice play. But how slow will TSM be? Will they get caught by the flank? Looks like they won't be. They'll actually get the entry straight away onto Friberg. And this is a kind of a checkmate position here. They got the bomb, they got all the positions. Xyp9x does get taken down by the P90 mid-range, so that's nicely done. But quite a few nades left here still for TSM. Mostly flashes though, as the bomb does go down. 3 on 3, however. And Device will take down allu from middle. So player from B Storage, Forest. Player from CT, Xizt. Forest gets the first kill onto cajunb. There's the trade though. Device coming in. His aim ringing true. He is a true marksman. And there it is, 16-5. TSM with a very convincing cash game against NiP. And again, it looks a lot closer than some of the previous matches we saw from NiP. Like anything involving Fnatic is just kind of ridiculous. But yeah, any thoughts to close that one on?
Well, it all came down to all the clutches on that first half, and NiP seems to struggle in almost every clutch. I think they won one single clutch, but they were up 2-0, 3-0. Then they lost 10 rounds in a row, I think. So
yeah, you're right.
That's quite harsh.
Definitely a very, very rough situation for them. Hopefully we'll see them bouncing back, because NiP losing clutches is kind of like a foreign concept, I think, to pretty much everyone who's ever watched Counter-Strike. So, guys, we'll take a quick break. We do have one more match coming up afterwards, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's just one more match. I think, if I'm not... yes, Na'Vi versus Titan on Cobble. So, should be a really nice match, actually. So, guys, stay tuned. We'll be back. Remember to follow the channel. We shall see you very soon.